Well, I don't look like I'm on, but I'm supposed to be on.
Righto.
Hi everyone.
Hello ladies and gents.
Yeah, whoever.
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, good morning.
And I'm sure I'm not on there, but I did look through the scan.
You set it up. I'll up a little bit further in.
I don't know whether we're on or we're off. Anyway, before we go any further, I'll show you what I finished while I was in my house. Move it a little tiny bit, just bear with me. Thank you. Show you what I finished off. I'll stand up so you can see it all. That's the top bit, and that's the bottom bit. A bit. Bend down a bit. Arms. Show you the pattern in a minute. So while Sue's introducing herself, I'll get dressed.
Oh.
Well, I'm not wearing that, so.
Right. Oh, Jan's been very, very busy.
Well, I was in my conservatory.
I know, in your holiday home.
In my holiday home, yes.
Yes.
So I liked it in there. The light was absolutely fabulous in the conservatory.
It is. It is just such a lovely...
Yeah, and now I want to win the lottery so I can have one.
Not before I've won it, so I can have one.
Oh, right, you want one
Yeah,
first, do you? Right, okay.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
actually, we could share the jackpot.
Yeah, if it was the millions,
Yeah,
we could have one
share
each, couldn't we then?
couldn't
Yeah,
we?
yeah, we could. That's the pattern I was using. Supposed to be done in opium, which is a bit of a bobbly one. But I was using the leftovers left off that Red Heart TLC. I showed you last week anyway when I was in my conservatory, in my holiday home.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I know you finished off quite a lot of other stuff. Is that woman Paige?
No.
Oh.
Never mind. I'm going to ask Julia if we can use the conservatory to take photos.
That would be absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
We can
You have to help me. 'Cause
refresh everything.
I'll have to take Lady Jane in there with me.
Well, that's it, but Lady Jane can go in.
Yeah.
And we can get those items.
Because it's so lovely and bright in there, isn't it?
You can get those items on Lady Jane and get them on Etsy.
Yeah. Well, I've got a few things to put on Etsy now.
Yeah.
That need nice
I've got half a
photos.
dozen things that need photographing and...
Yeah, well, we'll have to consult with Julia as to when we can go in.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll let us. She's really
Well,
nice.
that's it, yeah. You know, just trundle around with Lady Jane under one arm.
And a great big bag under the other. Well, I'm doing nothing like this pattern, but I'm using the pattern as a guideline. What
I do that.
What I'm making now is that, but it's not going to be like that because I haven't got enough yarn. And on the other side, now that actually looks rather chunky and thick, but I've actually seen it on Ravelry. Done in a finer yarn and it drapes better.
Yeah.
Don't know what actual yarn they've used on that, but it must have been a lot thicker.
Yeah.
It looks too chunky there,
It
doesn't
does,
it? Yeah.
yeah.
But
It
they've
wants finer yarn.
they've probably used something more like this, which I told you last time on my video was Jaeger cotton flame, wasn't it, or something.
It really is nice.
Yeah.
It feels wonderful.
You see, if you
When
use
cotton does.
yeah, if
doesn't
you
it?
use this for that kind of pattern, that waterfall pattern, it would drape, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Nicer?
it would.
Yeah. So that's what I've been up to. Not doing as much as I might be because
Well, I'm not doing that. Yeah.
I've been looking after Sir Gigi, who seems to have attached himself permanently to me.
He does.
Oh, this isn't working. No, it has gone. The battery's gone. So
Oh, it's official.
it's official, it's died.
Well, I've been in a sort of crochet dither.
But you don't know what to do next.
Yeah, you know, and you sort of like start something and...
Yeah.
I mean, I was promising to finish that Doris Chan top that I was
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
And I'm ashamed to say it's not got any further.
Well, if you could have seen what I dragged next door, you would have thought I was going to crochet 24 hours a day. So
Yeah.
all loads of stuff. Because I couldn't make my mind up what I wanted to take to crochet.
Right.
And I had my mind set I was going to crochet all day, crochet all night, and then this happened. Well, you know, if you've watched my videos, Gigi had another operation, and he's been a monkey's uncle. I'm going to take my eye off him. He wants to run round everywhere,
That's
and he's not allowed. So I finish up wearing a coating of dog hair.
Yes.
My new dress. Woo, can you see it? My new dress. Woo. With a coating of
Very
dog.
nice.
With a coating of dog hair. Well, that's me finished. I'm hoping Sue's got
Oh,
something else to talk
gosh.
about because I am.
Well, like I said, I'm in a bit of a crochet dither and I've probably gone off pieced here and all. Let's have a see.
She did say pieced as in the skiing.
Yes, off pieced.
Off pieced.
Off pieced.
We're being poached today.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this necklace, somebody said they thought it was one of Joan Rivers off QVC. So I'm very pleased if it is. I don't say that it is, it might not be, but if it is, I'm very pleased with it.
I think I found the motherlode of my missing 5mm hooks.
Oh, have you found them all?
Yeah, I think they're in the bottom of this bag.
That's the beauty of only working on one or two things at once.
I know.
Sue. Not 75 like you did.
Oh, see, it's not really got any further, but
yeah,
it's something I can take to finish off.
It's not got much more to do.
No, I know.
It just needs to be longer so it won't flare out around your waist, doesn't it? Yeah.
So
Well, it'll drop down when you blocked it.
Yeah. Crikey, I don't know which end's which here.
I'm going to have to sort out my stuff because I want my lingers put in when I get my money.
Yeah.
When I get them.
Right, so I've got the green on the go.
Yeah.
I have got... Remember when I did the Doris Chan top, I was going to do it in the blue. Well, I never pulled it back.
Yeah.
Because I thought I might carry on with it. You see?
Yeah. So that's still there.
So that's still there. What else have I got in here?
You've got more in your
Oh,
Atlantic scale bag than I've got. I've only got one thing on the go, which is not me. But I must admit, I was tempted to start something else.
Oh, these are just bits of... Oh, crikey, that sounded like... That felt like it was unravelling. You know, you start and then... It's just...
Sue is not one of these like on quiz games where they say I've started, so I'll finish.
I'm all tied up now.
Yeah.
That... No, don't ask me what I'm doing with it. I've forgotten already.
I don't know what you were doing with that.
No, but the colour nice.
Yeah, so what's the colour, but I don't know what you were doing.
It were a charity shop find. There were 4 bowls.
I can never find any yarn in my charity shop.
Oh, I go through phases and I'll find loads and then all of a sudden...
I think that somebody in... There's Tony. So I'm waving to the owner of the conservatory.
Yeah.
With his dog.
We have one 4.5mm needle hook, which I don't know which item it's from.
Yeah. I don't know what you were making with that blue.
Well, no, neither do I.
It must have been something all in one because it looks rather big.
Yeah. Oh, it would have been an all-in-one thing. Now I've found a... Not got my glasses on. A 5mm hook. Are we ready? You hold them. There's more. There's more.
That's a symbol of peace, by the way.
Yeah. Another 5mm hook.
There we are. That looks a bit better. That's 3. I don't look as though I'm making new gestures at the camera now.
I think that feels like a 5.5.
Yeah, it just looks a bit thicker. It's no good asking me, so I've not got my glasses on either.
Yeah, I think that's 5.5. All these I've been looking for in the past week.
Well, you should keep them in a little wooden block like mine. Keep them on your table.
Well,
that everybody hates.
Try to.
Everybody hates except me.
Another 4.5.
Or you could crochet yourself a little needle holder. Like...
oh, I'll get round to that, won't I?
Yeah, like Rose, you know, from the Philippines. She's made herself a hook holder. I got my friends...
Oh no, I think that's it.
To make me that wooden block thing. Everybody hates it because it sits on the coffee table, but hey ho, it's my house.
Yeah. Your house, your rules.
My house, my rules.
So...
You got 5?
Yeah. I'm glad I came now.
Yeah.
Because otherwise...
Like a firework.
Yeah.
Firework for the kosher hooks.
Is there anybody else out there that's like that?
Yeah, quite a lot.
Because I always used to leave a crochet hook in something.
I did.
Then I knew which one.
I do, but luckily I only do 1 or 2 things at once.
Yeah.
So.
And then somebody said, oh, get one of them stitch marker things and put a little number on it.
Jenny is going to make you some of those, but I'm not quite sure when because she's not very well at the minute. She's had a few upsets in her family.
Oh dear.
But she's going to do you some little, like, stitch marker things, you know, with numbers on them.
Right, yeah, because then you can put them in your work instead of leaving. You see, there's one in that.
Yeah.
There's one in that. There's one in that. Just
My problem
I know
is,
I'm hopeless.
My problem is patterns. I have a bad habit of leaving the little bit of wool left over from a project and the pattern in a bag.
Yeah.
And then when I want to repeat it, I'm thinking, where on earth is that pattern?
Right.
And I'm going through everywhere looking for the pattern, and eventually, when I don't want it anymore, I
Yeah.
come across a tatty little screwed up plastic bag. This is because I
just hate it.
I don't use my project bags. When I start sewing, when I eventually get my craft room, which I will do eventually, I've got a lot of plans what I'm going to do eventually, you know.
Hey, me too.
Whoa, what?
I was on Pinterest and I've seen a really simple pattern for a top. Sewing. Something that I think, oh yeah, that I could quite.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to have to learn first how to do bias binding round a neckline.
I've never learned that.
Now I've watched a couple of videos and you know, you think, I can do that. I'm going to have to get an out bed sheet or something and practice.
I even got one of those little feet things, you know, that's supposed to curl it. And,
oh right, yeah. Oh, I've not got anything as.
But I think it belongs to the other machine, you know, that's up the pantry, the old one that didn't get serviced. I paid to have the newer one, the one that used to be Mum's. Oh, there you go.
Another project.
I don't know what you were doing there. I think we were doing a bit of fran.
Yeah,
you were doing a fran blanket, weren't you?
Yeah, we're getting.
Springified, but now it's summer. We're getting summerified.
Hey, and another crochet look.
Purple, that's 4mm. Yeah.
No, this is it's 4.5.
Oh, that's unusual because purple's usually.
So we're starting on with. Show you it was side, didn't I?
Yeah.
We're starting another blanket and it's in that 3 Bears cotton, and it does feel nice. And you know, I should imagine it'd wash really well.
I am resisting. I did look on the site.
Well, I know.
I did look on the site, but then I said no.
The only problem I have is when it comes off the comb. If you're doing a bit, it twists a bit. But, I mean, it's not insurmountable because I've had loads of other yarn that does that off a ball.
They used to laugh at me when I was in the shop because I used to crochet standing up, or knit standing up. And then I used to hold my work by the ball.
Yeah, and it'd go.
And it was spinning round and round and round. Everybody used to say, what are you doing?
It's like the old telephone wires, isn't it? You know,
I used to get in trouble with that. I used to stretch them all out. While I was talking to people, because our telephone was in the hall.
Yeah, but you could make it go worse, couldn't you? By stretching it, and it go
stretching it, and it used to go all knotted on my dad. Oh, my dad used to patiently put it all back together and bend it.
Yeah, well, all you did, like your crocheting, if you got hold of it.
And he used to say, now
like the
leave
receiver.
It just took me half an hour to do that. And he used to get Ajax and clean all the wire because it was a cream foam.
Yeah. Oh, we had a cream one.
And it was all filthy, you know, the little whirly bits.
We had a cream one.
Because my hands might have been a bit grubby, I was like this.
Yeah. Oh, I've not got to put these away. Yeah. I've not shown these.
And I used to get told off for drawing daisies on the wall, all behind the phone.
Now this is a work in progress. It's a sort of theory on a, you know, the 5-point topper.
Oh yeah, the topper.
But with a different.
Sleeveless, or you're going to do it sleeveless.
Yeah, it's.
You did you with the end.
So there's that on the go as well.
That'd make a nice sleeveless top.
Yeah. So there's that on the go.
Oh, you're making me want to do things now.
Oh, I know, but it's just like.
A bit more.
I know.
That's what that was. Well, no, that's the bit you've already shown into.
No.
No.
See, you see, I'm just showing people that I'm human, and I do, you know. When I get into a crochet dither.
Does that make me not human then? Because I do one.
Which way up's this now?
This is maybe why
That is the first bit of a little waistcoat.
Maybe why I get crojo, because I go off things.
Yeah.
And then I won't do anything. Maybe it's because I only do one thing at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I should try doing 2.
But this really comes from being over-inspired. You think, oh, I'll do this and I'll do that, and you start something else.
I must admit that's working with me actually, because I've got
so that last navy blue one's gonna be
on that one.
But you know,
I've done that stitch on something else a long time ago that I don't have having. I'm sort of over-inspired. You know, it's more like my eyes are bigger than my hook, you know?
Yeah.
Because I want to put so many summery things on Etsy.
Yes.
You know,
before summer's over.
Yeah, because this is going to go on Etsy. I hope it's big enough. You know, because I've been asked many times if I would do larger sizes. Oh, somebody loved your suggestion that we did, you know, big girls and boho.
Yeah, big girls and boho, that's us.
Oh, we could have big beautiful and boho. We could have all sizes.
I just thought big girls and boho sounds fun.
Yeah. I'm not changing the name of the Etsy shop. I'm going to do it as an annex. Oh dear, that's about colour hair.
Oh, it was.
Lady going past with bright purple hair.
Pink. Well, it was sort of lilac down there, and then a bright, shocking cerise pink on top. Did look very nice though.
Yeah,
I must admit.
She's not a young woman either.
Did look very nice.
Yeah.
So no, I thought big girls and boho were going for it, or big beautiful and boho.
Yeah, we'll have to. I think big girls and boho will do. That'll have to be our subtitle.
Yes.
I'm
in
very,
the bit underneath, you know.
Yeah, I'm sort of. I've got a little square thing that I can put something in, but every time I try to put something in, they keep saying you've got the wrong size, and I'm so clueless, you know, making things little.
Well, don't look at me,
dear. I need somebody to help.
I know I can read a crochet chart and of something very lacy and very, you know, like a doily, but.
Well, at one time,
the basic thing is.
At one time, I toyed with the idea of getting a web page, you know.
Yeah.
But then I thought it's all right having a web page, but you need a web page that you can sell from.
Yeah.
And you look at people who do these web pages, and I'm thinking, I'm not in that league.
No,
I don't make enough money to. Well, I couldn't produce enough stuff.
No.
To make enough to pay for a web page that you can also buy from. And if I made just a web page, then it's what the point, because people see it on Facebook and people see it on Etsy, and they would see it on Flickr if they ever got around to putting anything on it, or Ravelry. I have this thing though, you see, I won't put things on Ravelry or Flickr because I'm not actually showing off my work really, I'm showing off things I want to sell. It's like with these crochet sites on Facebook, you know, you always get people being told off, you know, you can't put things on here for sale, you can't do this, you can't do that. So I tend not to do anything.
Right, well I must admit I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah.
I very rare go on it. I sort of like keep up with you a little bit on it.
Yeah.
You know, your public site, Urban Gypsy Crochet.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, Facebook are getting crafty. I used to be able to just go on, see what you were up to.
Yeah.
Have a look at a video if you'd made one.
Yeah.
You know, but now it lets me come through, and then this sign pops up. You know, sign in or log in. You know, log in or register now sort of thing.
But I mean, Facebook.
And it covers the screen. They are crafty.
Facebook gets me though because I'm subscribed to a lot of crochet sites, which obviously, and I've ticked the little box thing that says yes, I want to be updated. You know, and then after about a few months you keep thinking, I've not seen anything off so and so, you know, and I go into their thing and there's this raft of stuff I've not seen, and I check my settings and it's yes, I want notifications, yes, I've not had any, but then YouTube's doing funnies on me. It keeps sending me things telling me I'm subscribed to them, and they're not even subjects I want to view.
No.
And yet people that I thought I was subscribed to, you know, again you think, why have I not got any videos? I don't have them. They'd altered a lot of mine to, I wanted to be notified by mobile phone. Well,
why would you?
No, because my mobile phone doesn't perform tricks. It just makes calls and gets texts. I don't have any facility to the internet or anything like that. I didn't want one. Because, you know, there's no way I want a fancy phone that does all singing and dancing, you know. Don't want one of them.
Well, I didn't, and then I got one.
Yeah.
And it's taking me time, but I am getting there with it.
Yeah.
I am getting there with it.
But I'm cutting down on costs, so I want to... In fact, I don't know why I have a house full at all, except that stupid telemarketers ring me up. But the number of actual people that ring me up on my home phone are so few.
I do, occasionally.
Yeah, you do occasionally, and occasionally the hospital rings me up. Like the other day to tell me that my appointment was cancelled. I was on the point of phoning a taxi. I would have been even mad if I'd have paid like £12 for a taxi fare, got there, and then they said it's all been cancelled. So thank goodness I didn't decide to go early.
Yeah.
Sometimes I decide to go early and get my lunch there, but you see, I had him to look after, and I was conscious of leaving him for longer than I should have.
Yeah.
Him, you know. He's not usually too bad, but with him having his operation, he's got to be, you know, on close guard because the little monkey will try and run around. So I have to have him.
He will.
As we found out today, as he started dashing about. Oh, and he bit you, didn't he? Well, he didn't bite you.
It was just, you know.
Just nips. He nips if he don't bite. He just nips. Yeah. But that's because she tried to stop him from running. Gigi puts his mind to something.
That's it, and he's going for it.
Yeah, he goes for it. I said to Richard, I'd nursed him most of yesterday, and he said, why? I said, because it was the only way I could keep him
still.
Still. Because I'm so terrified of something going wrong with his little leg again. You know, we don't want another operation.
No.
I mean, he's done well to get through too. But I must confess, I'm really happier with this.
Yeah, the look of...
The stitching on this, on the last time, it looked like it was like a duck's iron leg, wasn't it? I don't know whether you noticed it or not. It was like bunched up. And it looked like it'd been gathered up by, you know, somebody who were learning sewing.